Unlike Rise of Kingdoms, your notice board is actually not useless in Call of Dragons because through your notice board, you will have access to something called policies. The logic behind it is very similar to technology, but it is quite different. Let's discuss policies in Call of Dragons. Let's go.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Just like your research, with policies, you will be able to additionally increase your military and economic strength. But the main difference between technology and policies is that policies do reset every single season. So when a season ends in Call of Dragons, this whole tree will go back to zero. That's why you have to know what is the most optimum way to increase your policies, or rather what are the main policies that you should rush first, because there's actually no perfect path in policies in my opinion, but there are certain ones that you should rush. Pretty much anyone should rush. In this tree, there are policies which are related to your economic and the other ones are related to your military. Now, usually what we do with research in Rise of Kingdoms, Call of Dragons, doesn't matter. We mostly, at the early game, at the first, we mostly go for economic one because then with that way, we can increase our building speed, research speed, etc. But in this one, since with the season reset, not only our policies get reset, but also our hero levels and artifact levels. And that's why one of the main things that you should rush for is, in my opinion, war studies, because then you can upgrade your hero levels a lot faster if you rush for this one. And another main thing is military expansion. What military expansion does is quite simple. When you increase these military expansion policies, you can basically use more troops in your marches. This means you will deal more damage, you will be more tanky, like this is pretty much benefiting you in all aspects of the game. The next type of policies that you should always rush is your elixir production, aka your free healing. Because even high spenders do actually complain that resource healing is pretty absurd in Call of Dragons. In my opinion, the general rule of thumb with the policies in Call of Dragons is that you just go bare minimum for everything like prerequisites and then try to push as far as possible. For example, military expansion 3 was actually requiring all these policies to level 5. So what I did was getting them to level 5. But of course, before that, I needed to unlock barricade manufacturing, or to be able to unlock healthcare reforms. Again, just like I did in here, I needed to then upgrade all these 4 policies to level 5. So what I'm doing is basically unlocking every single prerequisite to bare minimum and trying to progress on my tree as far as possible. My goal is getting my military expansion to 5 so I can get medical supplies, further increases elixir production at your herbalist hut, aka your free healing, plus 20k, which is I think amazing. After we unlock this one, and then we can start focusing on certain policies without thinking about prerequisites. And most likely those will be war studies to increase hero XP bonus, again more free healing, and military expansion to be able to use more troops with our marches. And while you are spending resources for your research, what you're spending in policies is called prestige. There are 2 different ways that you can get prestige. One is Behemoth Acolytes, but the most common one is Dragon Trial. On the top of your screen, it shows you how much prestige points you generate per hour. For me right now, it is 1.836, but the further you progress on your Dragon Trial, of course, you will be able to increase this number, which will automatically increase the amount of policies that you will be able to unlock. Please note that these smaller ones on the sides, for example, this is level 36.1, 36.2 and 36.3, these do not increase the amount of prestige that you will generate over the time, only the main ones. Let's click on 37 and boom, as you can see at the bottom, plus 130 prestige every single hour. So what you want to do is at every season reset, you want to progress this Dragon Trial as far as you can so you can generate more prestige and basically unlock more policies to grow your account faster. Now I specifically left level 35 at 2 stars. The reason why I did that is to show you the difference. Passing levels on your Dragon Trial doesn't actually mean much. What you need to do is getting all levels to 3 stars, because if we click on information, as you can see, if you complete it with 1 star, you will only generate 90 prestige per hour. At 2 stars, 120, but at 3 stars, 150. So you definitely don't want to leave any levels less than 3 stars, because then you are not maximizing your prestige production, aka your policies won't be efficient. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Policies in Call of Dragons are a major part of the game, and I believe we covered everything that you need to know regarding policies. I see you on the next Call of Dragons video. Goodbye.